Kibra parliamentary by-election, that is McDonald Mariga, will know his fate on whether or not he will be cleared by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission Dispute Tribunal Committee to vie for the seat on Monday 16th next week. This is according to IEBC Chairman Wafula Chebukati. A team of lawyers representing Mariga and other interested parties appeared before the tribunal today. We are now joined by Vincent Tudur, who has been following the happenings in Kibra and, of course, that upcoming by-election next week. Vincent, how is it looking like?
Absolutely. The Dispute Resolution Committee just ended its sitting about an hour ago, after it was presided by IEBC Chairman Wafula Chebukati, and a number of parties appeared before it. Remember, a team of lawyers representing Jubilee candidate McDonald Mariga were there, and also a group of interested parties in the case, because McDonald Mariga is trying to challenge the decision by the returning officer to invalidate his nomination as Jubilee's flag bearer in the upcoming Kibra by-election. And a number of things came up, especially brought up by Mariga's lead lawyer, Elisha Ongoya, who argued that by the time Mariga was appearing before the returning officer as a candidate, he was a registered voter. And he is arguing that the only requirement required for an aspirant to vie at a particular place is to be a registered voter. And he is saying that despite the continuous registration exercise, or the continuous voters registration exercise having been stopped in Kibra constituency, because that is where the by-election was occurring, in other constituencies the continuous voter registration was going on, and therefore Mariga went to Starehe, and that is where he was registered as a voter. Also, something also that came up is that an assistant registration officer from Starehe constituency was present before the committee, and he assured the committee that really it is true that Mariga appeared before him and he was able to be registered as a voter, and even he provided some evidence from the BVR machine showing that really he registered Mariga as a voter. However, other lawyers representing other interested parties in the case argue that Mariga should not be allowed to vie in Kibra, because they're saying by the time he was being registered as a voter, the continuous registration exercise had been stopped, because they are arguing that when the seat was declared vacant and the vacancy gazetted, that is when the continuous voter registration was stopped, and therefore Mariga, they are questioning the legality of registering Mariga as a voter as at that time. And one of the accusations that really came up against the returning officer, Beatrice Muli, they're saying that when Muli failed to get Mariga's name in the register, especially the electronic voter register, he should have gone beyond it and try even to find out from Starehe whether really Mariga was a registered voter. But Muli insisted that he used the register that was provided to her by IEBC, and therefore she had to make the decision based on that register. Another thing that also came up is that people were questioning which register did she actually use as the returning officer. Is it that of the that was used in 2017, or that had captured the continuous voter registration up to this year of 2019? But that is a question that Muli refused to really expound, saying that the only thing she knows, she relied on a registered, or what you call register of voters that was provided by IEBC. And therefore, this is something that is going on, and the committee has decided that they are going to decide the fate of Mariga next week on Monday 16th. And therefore, these are some of the issues that really came up today during the sitting in the morning. Here it is.
Presenting his national identity card, the returning officer and the ICT team, we used the KIMS to verify if the aspirant is a registered voter in line with the legal requirements. All other aspirants were treated the same way. However, the details of the aspirant McDonald Mariga Wanyama could not be found in the provided register of voters. And that is why we say it in the KIMS. And the search in the KIMS was repeated severally to avoid any doubt. Unfortunately, no details for McDonald Mariga Wanyama were found.
Complainant is indeed a register. He was registered on 26th of August 2019 as a voter in a Kariako social hall. Correct? Now, this was 12 days after voter registration process, was suspended. So, was this purported registration legal?
The complainant is a holder of an acknowledgement slip, which is attached as the first annexure to the affidavit sworn on 11th September 2019, issued by the IEBC. He's a holder of that slip. He was a holder of that slip as at the time he presented his nomination papers to the respondent. It follows from that rule, therefore, that presentation of the slip is prima facie evidence of registration as a voter.